In the 1920s, Orange and other counties had segregated schools for whites, Mexican Americans, and certain Asian groups. While this was unchallenged for quite some time, on March 2, 1945, Gonzalo Mendez and his attorney David C. Marcus filed a lawsuit against four school districts in Orange County because Mendez's three children were refused entrance to the white school in their area on the basis of their last names and skin tone. In addition to this personal case, the lawsuit represented four other families whose children were subjugated to this segregation and 5,000 other Mexican American children also subject. The lawsuit was presented at the Federal District Court in Los Angeles, California, before Federal Court Judge Paul J. McCormick, with the basis of being a violation of the 14th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution, the guarantee of the equal protection of laws. The school's district defense was that the actions of the school board did not constitute state action. Because an injunction was demanded, the judge ruled on all matters of fact and law for the 2-week trial. Evidence used in the trial included eyewitness statements and testimony of local community members who had attended the schools to show the extreme nature of the segregation. Other testimonies of specific instances of transfer denials from Mexican children and inferior facilities provided for them. Some of those who testified at the hearing were children who told accounts of the segregation and how it affected them emotionally. This tied in with the statement that the segregation led to feelings of inferiority in Mexican children and superiority in white children, which would ultimately lead to unproductivity as adults, delivered by expert witness Dr. Ralph Steele, head of UCLA's anthropology department. In addition, the testimony of 9-year-old Sylvia Mendez, daughter of Gonzalo and Felicita Mendez, delivered a testimony in perfect English that she was ready to go to 17th Street School as a counter-argument to the belief that segregation was justified due to an English language gap between the white and Mexican American children. During the trial, Garden Grove District Superintendent James L. Kent testified that he thought Mexican American children were inferior in personal hygiene, ability, and economic outlook, which caused Marcus to compare him to Hitler. Marcus's statement is put into context with Dr. Deal's statement that Nazi Germany recently labeled such groups as Jews and Gypsies as inferior, and that America should not follow such attitudes and practices. The Santa Ana School District Superintendent Frank A. Henderson testified that students were assigned to the cities and then 14 elementary schools solely on the basis of their last names. Exceptions were sometimes made by the four districts for Latino children who looked white or had European names. On February 18, 1946, Judge McCormick ordered the injunction against the four school districts, restraining them from segregating children of Mexican or Latin descent in separate public elementary schools. This set the precedent for separate but equal facilities for white and colored races that were often anything but equal. The district's main argument was once again that the federal court lacked jurisdiction. On April 14, 1947, the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals upheld the trial court's decision. After the four school districts began slowly dismantling those segregated systems and their schools. Soon after, Governor Earl Warren, former governor of California, decided to desegregate the entire state on June 1947. Eventually, the country followed suit, and the whole nation became desegregated.